that was OBS. Okay, but I took off the delay. I didn't want to at first, but I'm pretty much whatever now. Because right now we're playing on the server that I'm lagging the most on. So it's a lag experience for you and for me. And we cannot play on EU because nobody can create lobbies on EU either. So there is that. It's pretty much whatever. Okay, in the bottom right hand corner of Kairos Junction, we have mana. And up on the top left hand in the red, it's Nurture. Of course, he's got his own portrait. It looks pretty sick though. And again, mana blocking the natural. Mana looks like he's going for that gateway expansion this time. Drones really don't want to cuddle with probes. Probes are apparently too electrifying. Okay, but standard opening for mana here at the moment. I would not be surprised if we would see a Stargate from him. That were so many Ravagers. I mean, of course, so many technical issues. Why not a crashing OBS as well, right? Should be back live. Let me see if... Okay, so there's the third for Nurture. Stargate finished for mana. We have the Oracle coming in. The Adept is basically just walking across the map and then it gets teleported back. Walking the entire map until here. Doesn't even get to see a third base or anything. Okay. Oh yeah, same game here for Nurture again as well. Lair and Roachworm defending nicely against the Oracle. Oracle just getting one kill. See, well, he should be getting that Overlord. Does he not? Yeah, there you go. robotics. Double oracle for mana, so these oracles are even more scary now. Roach speed for nurture. That's a lot of adepts, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have more upgrades? No. So these adepts do not have resonating glaze. It's a number though that can still deal with roaches. Maybe not like the most efficiently. Oh, oracles are coming in as well. Getting one of the queens, picking up 7 drones. And 4 of these 7 adepts do survive. At least for now. That's definitely nice for mana. All the oracles are still alive as well. Oh my god, that's more. Good focus fire from Nurture, getting the oracles down one after another. But not before he loses 5 more of his drones. That's actually 13 drones in total kill. That was definitely worth it. Even though Nurture still has the better worker count, that also means at the same time, if he wants to maintain that worker count, that H's does have less units. And 4 more. This is so annoying for Nurture. Meantime, Mana spilling up his desired army. Charge is on the way. 2nd robotics facility is on the way. The 3rd base is up. So, Mana playing absolutely the game that he wants to. The 3rd is also not just a fake. He actually puts probes on it. 4th base on the way for Nurture. That's getting a few more drones. Meantime, Mana trying to deal with that 4th. And I think he's gonna get it, and then he's just gonna potentially be like, yeah, I'm gonna go. There's the recall. Ooh, using 2 of his sentries. Okay, but this is a very similar army to what we've seen from Nurture in the previous game. He's also 30 army supply ahead. So, we'll see how that's gonna work for Mana. But Nurture doesn't seem like he wants to attack at this point. Mutalisks again. I mean, it did work for him in the previous game, so why not again? Mana did open with a Stargate this time though, so he obviously can make Phoenix. Well, it's actually pretty good here for Mana. Good defense, much better than it was in the previous game. Fleet Beacon and a 2nd Stargate as well. So Mana slowly also gearing up for that late game. Not just for the Phoenix. Maybe he wants to get Phoenix range as well. We'll see. Nurture's actually committing more to these Mutalisks now than in the last game. He's getting some more even on the production tab. Slowly but surely, these are getting out of hand. 18! Again, sorry for the lag. Nothing I can do. Yeah, he wants Phoenix range. That absolutely makes sense, especially if there looks to be more and more Mutalisks as well. Oh, that was a good catch here with the Archons. Getting quite a few here. Makes it also a little bit easier for Mana to engage with Corruptors, which are also on the way for Nurture, supposedly to counter the Phoenix that Mana is building, because Phoenix are taking quite a while to take down Corruptors. Look at this number of cannons. And still a lot of Zerg here. Oh, Banelings. They're not getting the hits that they wanted, but they do get into the mineral line. And that's quite a few dead drones. There's also quite a few dead drones on the other side of the map, and doesn't look like Mana holds at this point. That's a lot of adepts. Zealots here on Nurture's side of the map as well. Mana also pursuing Nurture across the map, picking up Banelings, picking up whatever else he can. Because one for the Phoenix is also close to finish for, well, air, basically, not just Phoenix. All kinds of air. It's close to finishing up. Azylis range and speed is also in production for Nurture. And there's again another run by prepared. That's probably supposed to go into the natural or the main base even. Storm, I think, is done. Yes, it is. So many storms, Mutalisks, Corruptors alike, Azylisks do go down as well, but there's no force field. Oh, the Banelings get most of the army here, but Mana still takes the win. Yeah, Deadlish, it's not my computer, it's not my stream, it's not my OBS, it's the Blizzard server. It's NA East. I don't lag on any other server other than NA East. Okay, we're gonna go EU again. We're gonna try EU again, apparently. And it also seems to be that it's just me that has that problem. Hey, Steel Mold, by the way. Everybody else seems to be fine on NA East. It's just me that's not. And it's also only NA East I can play, or I don't have lags when I'm casting on any other server. Okay, but it looks like the problem seems to be solved. So that looks like, hopefully, we're getting no lags here for this next game. Year 0. And since my OBS crashed, I took off the delay too. So I can reply to you immediately. Isn't that cool? Yay, no lags. Nice. Up on top, right hand corner, in the red, we have mana. And to the top left, it is Nacho. That's so nice to see that without lag. Look how smooth it is. Okay, enough map. Okay, so I was looking forward to something like this. I mean, Nacho sees this. He cannot not see it because it's right under the Overlord, right next to the hatchery. Let's bring in quite a few drones. One probe is down. It has to be essential here that Nacho defends the probes.
Oh,
Thank you for the follow. Shahu? Okay. So Nacho looks like he's got this. Mana. Following stuff with the gateway and a nexus. So yeah, Nacho's got this. It was a little bit of I don't want to say fail, but it was definitely not really working out for mana there, it seems. Yeah, non-delay cast is of course better, but usually for tournaments I always have the delay on. And when I was told that I can take the delay off of the stream, I already started, well, the game's already started, and I was like, yeah, I always have the delay anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I also don't want to be that person with no delay. But then OBS crashed and I was like, yeah, whatever. We were playing on laggy NAE server, so I also got mead, so even more whatever. Okay, but other than this forge here on Mana's end, this looks fairly normal. I would think we're gonna see some sort of +1 here maybe early for mana at some point. Kinda makes sense to me. A third base for Nurture, including of course the metabolic boost. Okay, so showing the robotics to Nurture, following this up by double Stargate. So that's actually pretty cool for mana, only that Nurture is playing the same game that he played in the last 2 games. Roaches, roaches, roaches. So let's see. Phoenix are usually not quite enough to deal with roaches, but it really depends on the number.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the follow. Nidovi. No, that was wrong. Nidovi. Oh, OBS did crash, so it didn't. There we go. It didn't save that I changed the location. There you go. That's better. Thank you. Okay, so Immortal, first bunch of Phoenix are out now. For mana as well. For first 6, he's probably gonna build something like 14 or 16 or something. Depending really on what he wants to do. So some players build ridiculous amount of Phoenix, and some stick to like 14 or 16 to just keep them as a threat. All the gas drones. That is super annoying for Nurture. Burrow is on the way for Nurture, as well as tunneling claws. Getting the queens. That is really nice here for mana. Getting the queens, because that means no injects on the hatcheries or the lair for Nurture, because there's no queen to inject. And then that means less lava. And that means less stuff in general. Okay. 4th base attempt for Nurture. Not quite sure if he's gonna get away with it. Probably not. Oh, he's not even reacting to it. Meantime, Nidus that I missed, but it's okay. It's okay. I think it's not even going to finish. Nope. It's just not finishing up. Also, roaches are getting caught on the map. Mana should have enough immortals to deal with that handful of roaches. Nidus here at the bottom of the map as well. Yeah, Nurture's not even sending stuff there because he's like, yeah, okay. Well, there's a lot of roaches in that Nidus. Like, a shit ton of roaches in that Nidus. Tunneling claw roaches attempt to get into the main base, but Mana is absolutely in god mode right now. He's like, I don't care what you're throwing at me, just keep doing that, I'll defend everything. There's a bunch of Azylis, but this is an amount of Phoenix that does not really care for Azylis. I mean, of course, he cannot really stick around for way too long, but he can pick out a few for sure. And I'm spotting the hive, that's important. Dark Templars and the Immortals. Absolutely wrecking that 4th base, so I feel so bad for Nurture here. Oh! Okay. Immortals and War Prism are down, at least 2 of them. So that's good, but also at the same time, Mana, of course, did see that push coming. Storm just started. It's not even close, if anything. It literally just started. So this might just be good enough for Nurture. Knight is right in that main base. Meantime, some nice force fields here. Getting a lot of Nurture's army. Mana's like literally everywhere. This is amazing. Amazing play here. Mana with a 4th base. Nurture again with that attempt of a 4th base. Not sure if he will get it now. Oh my god. All the transferring drones are getting picked up, including a bunch of overlords. It's gonna supply block. Not quite supply block Nurture, but almost. That's gonna be a cancel, yep. We still have Phoenix going strong as well. Some of them at least. Okay, so Nurture with a 4th base. And this is gonna be the 5th. The Spock Trawler is gonna go down though. It's not gonna see the hatchery. But Storm is done now, so Mana should actually be fine here if he does not get his high temperance killed. No, he doesn't. Look at the supply now. A lot more Hydralisks for Nurture, but I'm not sure if I like that too much. Simply because of these storms. Also, Great Aspire. Brood Lords are going to be a thing. Mana getting the fleet beacon, so he's also charging up for some carriers and tempests. But this looks like we might not even get there. Phoenix are all dying here, but I don't think it matters. Alright, so this are gonna come in from the back, so Nurture, Mana is gonna fight on 2 fronts, but as soon as Nurture is coming up this ramp, these Hydralisks are gonna suffer. Mana whopping in more and more. GG. Mana moving on, and Nurture dropping into that place with a game for the 3rd place. So that should be next. Guru versus Art, I believe. Yep. I'm going to join that lobby and see what happens. Okay, so it looks like it works again with the lobbies. Okay, Cyber Forest, that's map number 1. I'm not entirely certain what exactly is gonna happen. So we're waiting for Z. Okay. I have no idea what's happening. Third place match is also a best of 3. Okay, so I think it looks, it does look like we're having a little bit of a break, so I'm gonna give you more Bobby, and I'll be back in a moment. Or maybe not, never mind. Okay, it does look like Zed just asked for a moment, but I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give you Bobby anyways. I'll be back in a moment, I think. Should not take too long. At least we're sitting in a lobby, right? Okay, I told you, it will not take too long. For once. For once, I was right. Usually I say, oh, it's not gonna take too long, and then it takes half an hour. Sad face. Okay. Aren't just saying GLHF set. That's funny. Okay, in the bottom right hand, in the pink, he is representing Alpha X. It is Art. And up on the top, left hand side, in the blue, we have Guru. Loves to play the long games. Let's see if Art can take it that far. Yeah, I don't use Minotech. I'm sorry, but I don't usually use a camera for casting. I don't feel very comfortable with that. So it's just a picture of myself. I'm sorry. I'm not that pro. I just don't feel good with that. Most of the time I'm also adminning, not today, but most of the time I'm adminning at the same time, and I would feel really awkward if you would have to look at my face while I'm adminning a tournament and casting at the same time. So I would just feel not good about it. I don't have an issue with that when I play myself, and I just play here on the channel, derp some Protoss games, or Zerg games, or whichever. But casting is, for some reason, for me, a different story. But yeah, so far, nothing weird here yet from either player. Stargate for Art. Nothing too surprising. Ah, thank you. Yeah. No, if I say that, that sounds not good. So, we're just gonna stick with I don't feel comfy when I do that. Oh, look at Guru. It's going for a lair off of 2 bases. Big question is, what exactly is that going to be? He's building a roach shrine. This might mean he's gonna go for some sort of roach all-in kinda thing.
Yeah.
But it also could mean that he just wants to show the roach shrine and he's gonna go mutas. He's that kind of guy. Or it could also mean it's gonna be a Nidus. 2 more gases. And thank you for the follow. Minotech. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And no, it's just roach speed. So no Nidus or anything, just roach speed. And I think there's gonna be a 3rd base. Oh no. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be a 3rd base, and I think Art just scouted that. This is also a real Phoenix, so Guru will have to respect that, ultimately, at least. Resonating glaives is what Art wants. And we're seeing a robotics facility, which absolutely makes sense. Okay, that there's a 3rd base. So this looks similar to a game that we already saw today before. How are Guru's manners nowadays? It's quite okay. Better than it used to be. I already talked about that before. Usually in the tournaments that I host, I did not really have issues with Guru. But I do know, for example, that my teammates on ladder had, or still have, issues with Guru. He insulted them, or usually insults them on a regular basis. So, I'm not sure if he still does that. But he used to do that a lot. Hydra then. So, let's just... Oh, nice. That's some free drones. Or almost free drones, and that's a lot of adepts. Okay, so that's a little bit weird here. Art sending them in, and then running from the Ravagers. Of course, he wants to save the adepts. He does not want to just lose all of them. But on the other side, I think he also wants to just know if Guru is out of the house. So you can actually get some damage done, but no, he's just poking in. He's not really letting the shades finish. Meantime, he's taking a third. It's finished already. We have Templars Archives done. We have Charge coming. We have Immortals coming in too. Guru with quite a sizable army, but most of that is roaches. And Immortals are very decent when it comes to defending roaches. We've seen that a couple of times today. There's no reason why that should be different here. Oh, that's a lot of army though. That is quite a little bit of army that Guru brings over. So right now Guru is just gathering up army, and look at that. Carrier overlords, yay! I'm not... Ooh, Art has no idea at the moment that this is coming. These cells... Oh, they might have just seen these overlords. They might, but I actually don't think they did. Well, now Art knows Guru's in the base. Guru's in the house. Oh, does he get stormed? Does he get stormed? He does get stormed. Did not finish. Oh my god. And he's getting out. I mean, a bunch of roaches are still here, killing some probes. 10, 11, 13 workers. These few roaches, they are getting cleaned up, but getting stormed, that's huge. Especially because it was about to, like, literally a second before it finished. So these Hydralisks are gonna be a lot more effective now. A lot more effective. Art is probably gonna chrono boost out that storm now, like a madman. And that's the thing, Guru is here, but he's also in the main base. But this time Art has units in the main base. I think he's aware. I'm not sure if this is gonna be good enough here for Art. No. The Immortals going down. The Zealots are going down. All the Stalkers are down. Forces a recall with no finished storm. This is a disaster for Art. Some hallucinated Archons even for the Azylis to work on. I mean, Guru does get cleaned up, but at what cost? Then he's also got the Archon here. The Archon's never gonna leave the base again because it's too fat to fit. Okay, but now Storm is finished. And Art is like, yeah, bad weather, guys. Dark Templars finished right before the Final got killed. And they're gonna clean up the remaining Azylisks, but still. This is still a good position for Guru, for sure. Bunch of lurkers. Unless, of course, he flies 3 carrier overlords into this army. That's obviously not something that Guru would like to do right now. Maybe Art wants Guru to do that right now, but Guru is like, maybe not. Guru does it anyways. Dark Templars still here though. And since there's absolutely 0 detection, Guru cannot really unload. Unless he wants to lose everything here, but he doesn't, of course. Art also still only on the +1. He's getting +2 at the moment, while Guru's already getting +3. Oh, 3 lurkers again. Lurker giveaways. More lurker giveaways. And the Azylis are absolutely terribly dying. To Storm. But still, the rest of the lurkers are definitely doing their job. I was about to say, is there no overseer? But there are 2 actually. Okay. Guru also wants to avoid that Art just walks up this ramp here with a lurker there. Big Storm again on the Azylisks. And on the lurker as well. High Templars do go down. There's still a bunch of Immortals left here. This does look like it's barely good enough for Art, potentially. Yep. Art is cleaning this up. And he keeps quite enough army left to actually put on a little bit of a chase. He's got to be careful though. There are 16 Azylis in production. And he has got like 2 storms left. Bunch more high Templars, but they do need to gather the storm first. The energy. So far this base is absolutely uncontested. So Guru is not even trying to contest that. Interesting. Oops. Oh! Storm drops. Love it. 17 drones did go down to that. The war prism does get recalled. That was awesome. Well, not so much for Guru. Both armies are actually similar now. Very similar. We get Tempest, we get a Mothership. For Art, he's gearing up for that late game. I wanna try if we get another 1 hour game, honestly. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Art to walk up this ramp as long as these. Yeah, that's even harder here. Even closer to the ramp now. Storm on the lurkers, but one storm usually is not quite enough. We're just inching closer and closer and closer. I think there's one more storm left, but I think that base looks like it's gonna go down with the help of most of the lurkers. I'm trying to set up a little bit of a flank. But there are so many lurkers. Wait a second, didn't we also already play a game? I don't think so. Yeah, it's 0-0. So this is the first game. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Actually, some nice pickups here on these lurkers. But Art really is a little bit on the back foot here. Look at the creep. It's basically almost everywhere apart from this area. Is there no observer with this army? No, there it is. 2 even. Okay, so Art also getting disruptors now. Oh. Guru figured out that there's a base here. I mean, he should have known that before. But he makes it really hard for Art to even try and save this base. Maybe he can get a recall, but I don't think the recall is gonna go through. He's probably gonna have to lose that base. 25, 26 workers to go down. Meantime, Guru is trying to get into that natural 2. Cleaning up the 3rd base. Trying to get that 5th as well. So that was definitely nice in Guru's favor. Art is still on top of things here. He is still defending really well. Okay, losing that 3rd base here was suboptimal. Losing that many probes was suboptimal. But he's still kind of keeping tabs of what Guru is doing. Doing also quite significant damage to that army. But he's not doing economic damage to Guru anymore. So Guru is just remaxing and remaxing and remaxing wave after wave. And it feels like Art is fighting a really uphill battle. And now Guru is absolutely jumping on top of everything coming from all sides. Storms are raining down, but I'm not sure if this is going to be good enough for Art unless... no. I was about to say unless the disruptor hits really good, but no, it did not. So, gonna wait for game 2. Okay, game number 2. And game number 2 is going to happen on Kyra's Junction. So, game 2. That definitely was a pretty hard fought battle there for our Guru. Now in the bottom right hand corner, in the pink, it's Art. And up on the top left hand side, in the blue, it is Guru. Okay, so Guru with a proxy hatchery. He did something like that against Indy before. A little bit different, but this works quite okay as well. Bringing in the Zealot, of course. Also the bunch of Zerglings coming in here. Getting a bunch of probes. Getting the Zealot. Another Zealot is about to pop though. Oh! Shield battery did not place because the Zerglings were in the way. Meantime, Guru is building a natural for himself. And the hatchery is about to finish here. Yeah, I was about to say he's not going to let it finish. It's just to be annoying. Art pulling the probes all the time here. That in itself is quite a little bit of economic damage. Doesn't look like it's a lot, but if you have like 12 of your 16 probes not mining, that's quite a few minerals. Oh, that's so annoying. That zealot can nibble away on that extractor on this cancel and rebuild forever. I mean, it does cost Guru something. I mean, he doesn't get the entire extractor back. Only 3/4. Meantime, Stargate for art. He's just letting that zealot do its thing there. While Guru will keep having to pay attention to this, so it seems to me like a multitasking trainer thing. You know? If that makes sense. Okay, but 8 workers, 9, 10. Art returning the favor. And actually putting Guru into a little bit of an awkward spot. Okay, so finally the drone died. More gas for Art. And more adepts for Art as well. And these are still slow Zerglings. There's no Zergling speed, no metabolic boost for Guru, and he's getting the lair, so he's not going to get Zergling speed, at least not now. No, it's going for Mutas. He's gonna show the roaches, but this is a lot of gas here, so he's probably gonna go for Mutas. Okay, Arc scouting the lair, that's important. Oracle. Whoa! Just barely gets away. Nice. Bardic's facility, Twilight Council. Did he even get a Phoenix? I don't think so. No. No Phoenix for Art. Templar's Archives. And a third base, so Art is playing a somewhat normal game here. What you can call normal. Kinda. Another 4 workers, maybe another one? Nope. I'm also slowly but surely getting tired, just so you know. I'm losing focus. So I'm probably gonna miss a few things. Yeah, and there's a Spire. For Guru and also Roach Speed. This is so painful to watch slowlings, really. Okay, give me one moment, guys. Okay. Okay, so Arc and Harassing at the annoying part, getting Overlords. That's these are still slowlings? Yeah, these are still slowlings. Charge, however, is about to be done for Art. He's playing a really good game here, really. That's but on the other side, He's not prepared for Mutalisks. He does have that Stargate. Yes, he does have the 2 Archons. The 2 Archons are on the other side of the map. And there are no Phoenix. Phoenix are just now in production. And if Guru gets the War Prism, Art is probably in trouble. Another bunch of workers do go down. Actually, it's... yeah. Okay, so now it's getting bad. At first I wanted to say it's not that bad, but it is now getting really bad. Now that the shield is chopped off, the probes, 18, 19... But still, a good micro for Art, did not lose his initial Phoenix. Immortals going across the map on a quest of their own. Huh. They're not supposed to do that, guys. Not really. Oh. One Phoenix is down. Another one is down too. Okay, but Guru's not committing anymore to the Mutalisks, at least not for now. He's now switching gears to Roaches and Hydralisks. There's no storm or anything for Art on the way. He does have the Templar's Archives though. Ooh. Sorry. Goes 4th base, just about to be done. Art at the moment still struggling to reinforce his worker count. He also sees, okay, Guru is switching the army composition a little bit. He's gonna keep these Mutalisks, or try to keep the Mutalisks, of course, just to be more of a threat. Maybe picking up Phoenix and more probes and stuff, just to be annoying and make Art build more Phoenix. Seven more probes have gone down. Guru killed 30 probes in total so far. That's quite a few. But this is a good amount of Phoenix now, so Guru should not be able to get those. In theory. Ooh, unless they are right on top of the Hydralisks. Okay, so that's the history of the Mutalisks. And now Guru is knocking the door, and he's not kindly knocking, he is coming with a sledgehammer. And with a drop in the back door as well. Oh my god. But Art reacted really nicely, immediately recalling half of his army, but I don't think this is going to be good enough. The High Templar is going to go down before it can get the storm off. Meantime, Art also having Guru in that 3rd base. And I'm out of coffee. Still a good game. So let's see what game number 3 is. What map number 3 is. Guru is in the replay, okay? That's weird. Watching replays. Okay, so year 0 is map number 3. Okay, now we're going into game 3. There's the countdown. Okay, up in the top left end of year 0, it is art. And to the top right, we have Guru, disguised as AlphaGo. Of course, he's not AlphaGo, because AlphaGo does not play StarCraft. Art representing Alpha X, which is a really good team. Got a lot of fantastic plays. They have Starkiller. Awesome guy. Really good, really nice people on there too, in general. One moment, guys. Okay. Sorry. trying to do too many things at once. Again. But that's nothing really new here. And since everybody knows that my multitasking kinda sucks, which obviously is the reason why I'm not a great StarCraft player. Stargate for art, but that's nothing surprising. On a map like Year Zero, you just have this air distance. That's pretty comfortable air distance. It's a lot longer to walk than to fly on this map. Who was actually... Does look like he's... No, he's not all inning. He's just sending across the map quite a few zerglings, which are gonna be speedlings in a moment. But he's not all inning or something like that. The wall is not closed here for art either. And you know what just strikes me? Guru should be could be stopping that warp gate research. Getting a big round of drones. Let's see how many probes he's actually going to get. Maybe not that many. Oracle's out now too, so these zealots should not be doing an awful lot. The Oracle's out of energy. No, not quite out of energy, but almost. Okay, this is probably not what Guru wants here. This is only 3 workers. Quite a few zerglings. But yeah, he does know now what Art is doing. He's getting the spore crawlers. Evolution chamber, of course. Spore crawlers literally everywhere. Quite a few queens too. So I would suppose we're gonna see a lair very soon too. First we're gonna see +1 melee. That's cute. Yeah, so Guru wanted a 4th base, but he's not getting it at the moment. Another bunch of zerglings on the way towards Art. That's a lot of gateways. Charge is on the way. Templar's Archive is on the way as well. We're getting quite a nice surround on these zealots. And this does look like Art is actually... Yeah, Art is trying to expand. Even though he just has like 6 gateways here in total. He could potentially maybe go all in, but he doesn't want to, it seems. He definitely wants to expand. At least he wants to make it look like he's expanding. If he's actually going to do it, we'll see. This could also be potentially be really bad here for Guru. We'll have to wait and see. He's getting the +1 for the range as well. He's getting the Hydralisk 2. Bunch of Banelings are here somewhere. I thought I heard them morph. There was one Baneling here somewhere. I think it was crashing into the stalker. I thought there were more banelings. Apparently there were not. However, Guru getting his 4th base by now. +1 range. And the Hydralisk upgrades too. So he knows pretty much also what Art is doing. What he has to be aware of is Storm, which is not started yet. And he also doesn't really want to lose Zerglings or too many drones to the Archon Heresy. Guru again is going for the drop. I'm not sure if I like that though, because he's got Art right at his doorstep here. And it's not like Guru has the biggest army ever. He's got quite some Hydralisks, but I'm not certain if these Archons are not gonna absolutely wreck Guru here. We'll see. A lot more Hydralisks are in production for Guru, but they're still building. A bunch of Zerglings trying to get the surrounds here, and they actually do get it. Guru is cleaning this up. It is close, but he is cleaning this up, and Art is left with close to nothing. He's got a War Prism in production. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. Guru is faking the drop. There's nothing in these overlords. And I would think that Art figured that by now too. Okay, so Storm is done. This is a pretty impressive army that Guru has here, but there are a bunch of Storms here, so he should be very careful with what he's doing with his Hydralisks. So yeah, it doesn't look like he wants to actually go across the map just yet. There's a job coming in. A bunch of Hydralisks getting a few probes. $23 in total, but those were not just the ones here. Here were probably just like 11 or something. Also, Art has to react to these Hydralisks. He cannot let them reign supreme in his main base. And that's quite a few Mutalisks. I don't think Art was ever prepared for that. These are enough Mutalisks to deal with any, or not any, but with these 3 Stalkers anyways. And that's again an entire mineral line here. Or almost, at least. There is a Stargate, but... Oh, big storms. The Banings do not have speed, but they're almost coming in anyways. Wow, that's a lot of stormy weather. But I think Guru cleans this up. The War Prism is gonna go down. And Guru takes the series 3-0. Still a well played from Art. That was a good series, a really good series. Okay, so that means we have that means we're gonna have Guru versus Mana and Nerd Show versus Art. So 2 more PVZ. I'm going to give you some Bobby Asa because I need more coffee, and I will be right back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the finals even starts right at the time that they should be starting at. But only because sadly Nerdshow forfeit his match for the third place. That's unfortunate, but that means right now it is grand final time and we have in the lobby Mana and Guru. I'm just like I'm super excited. On one hand, I kind of want to see another 1 hour game. That's one half of my brain. The other half of my brain is like, oh god, please no. But yes, we'll take everything what we get. These were so cool games today. I don't even know which. Usually I pick a series which I liked best throughout the entire event. Oh no. Is that? No. Okay. Whew. On top of all the technical issues that we've had today, I did not have my daily random Battle.net disconnect yet. Let's just hope it's not gonna happen. Let's just hope it's not gonna happen. Okay. Oh, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Okay, let's see. For some reason, music turned itself off all by itself. Whatever. Let's get into this. Best of 7 finals. That's as good as it can get. To the left of Automaton, he is representing Team Liquid. It's Mana. And to the right, playing all for himself, all by himself, it's Guru. So cool games. I honestly think that series between Gerald and Nurture, that first series, is my favorite series of the tournament, for at the moment at least. But let's see how this one goes here. Why is it lagging so hard? Downloadest du irgendwas? Kannst du mal gucken? Weil ich irgendwie so komische X-Bikes hab. Aber es ist, können nicht wir sein eigentlich. Sorry for the German guys. How's my it's looking if we're downloading something for some reason? No. Yeah, was halt, yeah. Okay, no. We're not downloading anything, so it should be okay. It's not our end. At least. Okay. Probe is playing merry-go-round with these Zerglings. But I think Mr. Proby is not getting home. Nope. Rest in peace, Mr. Proby. Third base for Guru, nothing unexpected. Ziggy forfeits the tournament to prepare for the quiz. Yeah, you never know, you know? Okay? He might well have. No, of course, I'm sure that's not the reason. Maybe he just wanted to be able to drink. Oh, Adept is actually getting a drone. That's cool. Nice start. Why is this stopping? The music turns itself off. Okay, so Guru scouts basically everything that Mana has here in his base. Sees the Dark Shrine, sees the Robo, sees the Twilight Council, obviously, but if there's a Dark Shrine, there must be a Twilight Council somewhere. Else I would call hacks if Dark Shrine would be there without the Twilight Council. But of course, we're not doing that kind of thing. Everything. It's looking pretty standard here from on Mana's side of the map. I'm pretty certain that he's gonna go for a third soon. Maybe in about a minute or half a minute even. Let's see. Voltron on the way for Guru. It's only halfway done. Lairs on the way. Spokjalas. Okay, so Guru should be fine here. Even if the Dark Templars should be getting in. The lair just finished. So Overseers are definitely a thing. Roach speed for Guru. Ooh, chopping away on that Spock Crawler immediately. Getting 2 drones. 3. Oh, that was some nice outcome here for Mana so far. And he gets all of his Dark Templars out to move them into Archons. By the way, I'm super glad you guys were watching the tournament with me. So far it has been an absolute blast. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I'm exhausted. But you know, it was absolutely worth it so far. Yeah, Guru's fine here. He's not overreacting. Oh, he might be losing a queen. Nope, not quite. Observers going down. Guru with a big round of drones. +1/+1. Also, roach speed is done, so these roaches are almost as fast as zerglings now. They're looking like oversized zerglings. My husband is doing weird things. I don't want to know. I do not want to know. Okay, meantime, Guru sees everything that Mana has got here. Third base for Mana was done long ago. Yeah. We are on here for like almost 10 hours now, so I'm probably going to miss some stuff, so apologies for that in advance. A nice little push here from Mana though. Some good micro from Mana as well. Big warp in of Zealots, charge lots rather. Mana trying to fight on 2 fronts. Guru coming in from most sides. There's no more force fields for Mana anymore, at least. Well, definitely not anymore. But this looks like it's just good enough for Mana potentially. Immortals are absolute rock stars, killing everything. The charge lots, taking care of the queens. GG is called. Mana taking game number 1 in a pretty quick fashion. So, oh, you know what happened? I had my random disconnect from Battle.net. That's why music was stopping. There's no chat history here anymore. So I don't know map choices anymore. So, but yeah, luckily I apparently did not drop from the game. Knocking on wood. U0. And yes, my desk is real wood. And it's shit heavy. It's not just some pressed wood or something like that. Super light or anything. It is actual real wood. So, let's get into game number 2. In the top left-hand corner, no, right-hand corner of year 0, we have Mana. Taking the first game with a really surgical precision. And up in the top left-hand corner, we have Guru. So, gateway expand for Mana, nothing new here on his end. Hatchery gas and pool for Guru, also nothing new on that and either. So, we've been watching so standard Zerg versus Protoss, Protoss versus Zerg the entire day. The only time where that was not the case was, I think, where Indy... No, it wasn't Indy, that was Mana, I think, who tried to cannon rush. But other than that, I think everything was fairly normal here. Oh, I think Guru proxy hatched 2 times. But other than that, really more than standard games. Mr. Proby again not getting home. We have the Adept here coming out. Zergling speed is just about to finish for Guru, but it's not an awful many Zerglings here. It's only a few, only 4. Guru, however, scouts, of course. Nice micro. Mana only losing 1 probe, and that was the one probe on the way home. Meantime, Guru taking the 3rd base. That's just about to be done. Lair for him. Yeah, I think this is, at the moment, this is very much, at least for Mana, this is very much the same game that we've seen in the previous game. Oh, that was not a wall here. So Mana again has to fight with his probes. Ooh, loses 2 probes. Meantime, losing 4 drones on Guru's side, 5 even. Wow, that's a really good trade Also, Dark Templars in that main base now. So 10 drones in total. That definitely was a pretty decent shot here for mana. And another pair of drones too. So this is really a really good start here for mana so far. Oh, Dark Templar is actually gonna go towards that the third base, while Guru's attention is distracted into the main base to deal with these Archons. The Dark Templar potentially could wreak some havoc in that third. There's also no Spore Crawler and a Natural either, and there's no Queens left. There are also no wait a second, there are also no roaches. There's roaches. 5 roaches. Okay. Mana with a third base behind this push. Charge is not quite done yet. The drones have to come off the line. It's usually never a good sign. Mutalisks are just about to finish for Guru. War Prism is gonna go down, but we still have Chargers here. And the Chargers are going into that natural, which is at the moment not really defended. Some of them are going actually into that main base. Mutalisks are taking quite a while to deal with Zealots. 6 workers so far. Guru on such a low worker count. I think a Stargate just finished for mana somewhere. Or did he? Oh no, didn't finish. 2 Stargates are in production. The Dark Templar is still working on that third base. Mutas are here, however. There's a lot of Stalkers being warped in. Well, the first bunch of Phoenix are coming out, so the Mutas should not be doing an awful lot anymore. There's some good micro here from Mana, making the best out of his 2 Phoenix. Keeping them both. And even without Immortals, this is still a pretty sizable Protoss army that Mana has here. There is an Immortal coming out for Mana too, but I'm not sure if it's gonna finish in time. Phoenix are still here. There's a GG from Guru. Mana is up 2-0. So the finals is a best of 7, which means the player who wins 4 first is the winner. And Mana's already halfway there. Guru will have to step up his game a little bit. Okay. New repugnancy. That is map number 3. And in the bottom left hand side, it's Mana. Up in the top right hand corner we have Guru. The pull first. Oh, he's gonna proxy hedge. Yep. He's gonna proxy hedge. He's gonna do the same thing, and he's gonna try and do the same thing that he did to Indy. It's actually smart here from Mana to just prevent the hatchery from going up here in this location. Whoa, that was close. We're not really being able to get the hatch going. I mean, there are more places on your pregnancy where you can put up your hatchery, like there, for example. But Mana already has his zealot coming out, but he leaves the hard work to the probes. The zealot is here to defend against the initial zerglings, it seems like. Wait, that was not a cancel. That was a... Was that a kill? That looked like a kill. Okay, so it does actually look like Guru is getting quite a little bit of damage done here. Almost getting that warp gate. There it's down. Probe is down too, and now Guru is in that main base. But these are only slow zerglings, so Mana should actually be able to micro with his probes. He also has an adept coming to help, so he should be okay. He's only losing 2 workers by the looks of it. Yeah. Getting a Nexus. And now things kinda seem to turn to normal. No guess yet for Guru. He's probably gonna switch into roaches in just a moment. Getting both the depths out. I did lose the zealot, but he got the queen in the end for it, and kept both adepts. I think that's a good trade for Mana. He also forced Guru to build a lot more zerglings than he actually wanted to, potentially, so they're pretty even. And There's the gas. Okay. So let's see what else Mana has up his sleeves. He's again going to Dark Shrine. Standard Dark Shrine Harassing and War Prism is gonna go across the map. Obviously. Lairs on the way for Guru. Road Shrine is coming down, but this time I think that War Prism is gonna be across the map even before that that Road Shrine finishes up. We'll see. We're with the Sport Trawlers. I think that's a good plan. The lair is just about to finish. Yeah, getting a queen just basically for free. Or almost for free. Hoping in a bunch of zealots. Also, it does not look like Mana wants to take a third base here. He probably could. Oh, never mind. I think he does. I just saw a probe. Going to the third base location. And since charge just started, these zealots are not as useful. Yet. Meantime, adepts getting drones. Goose still does not have a third. There's some really nice harassing here from Mana to limit Guru's economy. He might actually be able to cancel that third base. There's the cancel. Mana's in a really good position here. He may not have the biggest worker count at this point, but he's up in bases. He's not up in army, but he's still economically. He can do whatever the hell he likes at the moment. Again, Mutualists for a Guru. Mana does not know about that spire. Where is that, anyways? It's in the natural. He might have just seen that, potentially. Nope. Mana does not know. Okay, so Guru does have quite a sizable Roach army now as well. Roach Ravager army. Oh. Mana trapping quite a few of Guru's army and actually getting most of that. He's gotta be careful that he does not lose the immortals. Really low health sentries now, and the Mutalisks are coming out now too, but it's only 4. There's only 1 Archon though. So this might just be good enough for Guru, at least for this time. Actually forcing the Stargate from Mana. Because Mana does, of course, not quite know how many Mutalisks actually will be there. He does not know that these are just 2 and only 4 more in production. So better be safe than sorry, I would say. Picking up a few probes. That's definitely nice. Only 4 so far. The first Phoenix is coming out as well now. So Guru now knows that he needs to be definitely a little bit careful. But on the other side, it does look like he doesn't want to commit too much to the Mutalisk. He's getting a Hydrodisc then. It's really hard off of 3 bases to have the gas for both of these units. They're both very gas intense. Ooh, Phoenix. Not quite going down. Just barely. Okay, Mana forcing these Mutalisks to come home. Good force fields also. Blocking out most of Guru's army there, the Mutalisks. Three Archons are here, 4 Phoenix, 3 Phoenix are coming to help to deal with the Mutalisks. And this was just quite enough for Mana here. Mana also still getting another 10 workers, which is really decent, really nice. And Mana can of course keep being annoying with his Phoenix as well as the Archon here and the Immortal. Forcing Guru's army back and forth and back and forth. That's one low health Archon. One snuff and it's gone. Oh, this is so annoying. For Guru. But honestly, Phoenix are super fun to watch. Especially someone like Mana, who is good with Phoenix, is playing with them when it doesn't look painful. But Mana makes it look effortless. We have the 4th base coming in now as well. I mean, Guru does keep his own 4th, but he's still so low on workers. Oh, and that's such a big army here for Mana. Look at the supply, guys. Army supply specifically. Guru's getting all the upgrades, but he should be getting all the units at the moment. He's got a bunch of Hydrolisks and he's got a bunch of Roaches too, but Storm is done. So this could potentially be really bad weather for Guru. The army supply here is dropping on both sides, but I think it's dropping more for Guru. Phoenix coming in to help as well. The Archon just barely survives again. this arc in here. 7 kills on that guy. 28 workers do go down. The 4th base does go down 2. Well, no, he's not focusing it down. There you go. Also, rescuing the Immortal, another big storm. This game is so scrappy. Both players fighting with so low army supply almost the entire game. 21 kill on this one. Wow. Holy moly. Oh, Mana picked up 2 of the high temperatures. He might actually be able to do some storm drops at some point. Guru has not been on Mana's side of the map ever since he tried to proxy hatch. Oh, that's actually not true. He was on the other map with like with a handful of mutalisks, but that's about the only time in this game other than the proxy hatch. Again, Mana forcing Guru's attention somewhere else while he's just walking up this ramp. Getting a bunch of sentries with the corrosive violence is a good start with the Guru, but there's so many more storms. Oh my god. The Ravagers absolutely dwindle to the storms. Another 14 drones have to leave their lives, and GG is called Mana. Taking game number 3 as well. Port Alexander, map number 4. Let's see if Mana can close it out here in this match, or if Guru takes at least one map. So this is match point 4. Come on, bro. Yeah. Come on, bro. Come on, Guru. Oops. No, not best of 5. It's best of 7. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is a potential last map. Not the last map, maybe, but it could be. Because the man in the bottom right-hand corner, he is 3-0 up. He only needs one more. It's Mana. And Guru. He definitely has the second place in his name already. Let's see if he can make it a first by a reverse kill. He will have to win 4 for that, and this is incredibly hard to do. It's Guru. Oh, Mana. Look at that. Cannon. A cannon rush, guys. We are looking at a cannon. Guru is not reacting at all. at the moment. He's probably wanting roaches for it, or just cancelling. Yeah, he's cancelling the natural. He's gonna take another place. It's gonna take another place as natural. Yeah, Mana let the cannon finish, so it's actually gonna be a little bit annoying here for Guru to get down the ramp. But then again, if Mana doesn't have his probe here, the cannon can easily be shot from the high ground, so it's no big deal. Mana trying it again. So the probe is down, so the cannon is gonna go down too. Meantime, Mana taking a Nexus, Cybernetics Core finishing up, Gateways done, obviously. LT wouldn't have done a Cybernetics Core, but this is what I mean. He can easily be shooting that cannon from the high ground. But gets to cancel once more, and this is definitely so far going actually quite okay for Mana, I would say. Forcing Guru to keep cancelling his bases. Guru's even double expanding now. Num 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 num. Oh, I don't even have my little Kappa one here in this one. Damn. There you go. Yeah, Guru. Of course, dealing with the cannons. He has to. I mean, he's still on a pretty decent work account. There's no doubt about that. And he still has his third up. Maybe not at a reasonable time, but he still gets a third base. But Mana has already immortals. He's getting a bunch of gateways. Doesn't have a Twilight Council, so charge is not a thing, but Stalkers and Sentries together with Immortals are still pretty deadly. And looks like Mana wants to go for exactly that kind of thing. Not necessarily all in, these are not not an awful many gateways, these are just 4 gates basically. He could potentially end the game here, but I don't think he will. There's a lot of Stalkers. And that Immortal, again, so much damage out of these guys. Of course, Mana has to keep him alive. Wow, that was close. Mana slowly but surely getting whittled down. Zerglings are a really good choice here from Guru. Zerglings are great when it comes to dealing with Stalkers. And there's not really an awful lot for Mana. He's getting the Twilight Council, but this might be almost a little bit late here, maybe. We'll see. One sentry now. Charge is on the way. +1 is also on the way. Once charge is done, the Zerglings will probably have a little bit of a harder time. But these are a lot of Zerglings. This is not just a few. That's a lot of Zerglings. So I guess Arkan is also a good choice here from Mana's side. And Mana looks like he's setting up a surround. These Zerglings are doing so much damage, but they're getting absolutely wrecked by the Zealots. But still, this is looking like Guru finally might be taking a game here, but the queens are coming to. There's no immortal anymore, but it's getting rebuilt. I mean, Mana still has something to fight with. It's not like he's absolutely helpless. He's getting a third. Okay. Gonna try and keep Guru at home for a little bit to ensure that he's actually keeping that third base. More speed for Guru. +2 is coming for Mana as well. Did not even notice that he had +1 as well already. He's on the queen, but slowly but surely. Guru's running out, but that buys Mana a lot of time. Guru's bringing back his entire army that he was on the way towards Mana already with. So this is definitely... that fight definitely went in favor of Mana, even though he lost a Stalker there. But if he would have let Guru go across the map, he probably wouldn't have been able to keep his third. Concave, but force fields are helping to keep some of the army back a little bit. Orcus is still alive. The Immortals are also still trying to do their best, but Guru, he is pushing us back here absolutely and utterly. 12 more roaches in production for Guru. This is not a good position anymore for Mana whatsoever. Guru's now... I wanted to say knocking the door. No, he's not knocking. I already used that before. He's not even using a sledgehammer. He's just kicking the door in. But Mana is pushing this back for now. Trying to rebuild that third base. There's still a lot of Guru though. I mean, look at the army supply difference. Mana is literally microing his heart out with that. With that Arkan. But I don't know what he should be doing here. This is a situation I don't think he should be fighting. Should be fighting in. Yes, he's got a third immortal coming in, but there's just so many roaches. He doesn't have force fields. 5 more sentries are coming in, but GG, and Guru manages it to take at least one game. Kairos Junction. Map 5. For some reason I can see that this is... we're going to game number 7. I'm not sure if that command exists, UMS Playa. Not for this bot, I don't think. But what you need help with? Maybe I can help you anyways. Since there's no delay anymore, it probably is even almost immediate. Okay, let's get into game number 5. To the top left hand corner in the red, it's mana. And down the bottom, right hand in the blue, we have Guru. With a pool first. It does look like a hatchery, proxy hatchery again. I mean, Mana sees the pool. He also sees, okay, there's no hatchery. Oh, and this time he gets it down. Okay, proxy hatchery. Mana, of course, gets a zealot immediately. I'm not sure if one zealot is good enough, but I'm also not entirely certain if Guru is gonna actually let that hatchery finish. Lots of Zerglings for Guru. But at least the zealot finishes up. But that means these 2 zealots is everything that Mana has right now. Hatchery does not finish. And it is just to be annoying. He's getting his own hatchery on the other side. It's close to finishing up as well. No gases yet for Guru. Stargate for Mana this time. Whoa. Both Zealots actually go down, but they take most of the Zerglings with them. And I think the rest here can be dealt with by the probes. Guru's scouting the Stargate, however. That's something important to know about. Oracle's on the way, but okay, 2 queens. I was about to say 1 queen is not good enough, but 2 queens should be okay for the most part. Oracle just gets 1 drone, so that could have been worse for Guru. Also, scouting the lair That's important. Also sees that there's no third base just yet for Guru. So potentially, these are Mutalisks once more for Guru. But on the other side, Guru knows that there's a Stargate for mana, so... that Mutalisks are maybe not a good option here, so I think it's maybe even Hydralisks. Once that layer is finished. Yep, there you go. Hydralisks. Since we have a Stargate, Phoenix are a really easy option, of course, for mana. Yeah. The commands, most of them you can see if you scroll down in the video window, in the description, in the stream description. There should be the bot commands and there should also be commands for the kitty. Guru. With the third base. It might also be that you can go for exclamation mark commands. Let me have a look here. No. Nope, not sure if that works. But most of the bot commands should definitely be in the description. Maybe not the one for the bracket, but that's just an exclamation mark bracket, like everybody has that. So okay, do we have Storm already? No. But we do have High Templars for mana, which means that there is a Templars Archives. Yep, there's just no Storm researching yet. Meantime, Adepts again in that third base. Mana at the moment in not a too bad position. I would actually say it's a pretty okay position. He's even an army supplier with a Zerg, which usually means that you're in a pretty good spot. Oh, drops again for Gur. Nice. Let's see. Let's see if Mana is aware of that kind of shenanigans. We've seen that a couple of times from Guru these days. Today, including today. Oh, he finds the carrier overlord. I'm not sure if he actually noticed. As we all know, seeing and seeing are two different things and not necessarily the same. Yeah, he realized it. Okay, he's bringing in charge lots. Bunch of stalkers. So, he's aware. Yeah, and Guru's like, okay. You saw them. Aww. And Aspire anyway. For Guru. Baning Nest. Storm's finished, so... or about to finish, there you go. So any attacks now from Guru need to be thought through from him. Because we saw before with Storm that Hydralisks really don't have a great time in there. Ah, you are on multi-twitch, that's why you cannot see that. Okay, okay. There are a bunch of commands. I'm not sure how up to date they are, actually. I'm not streaming very often on my channel, and I'm actually not sure how up to date my bot commands are because of that. The ranks surely are not. Since they're still from the time where I was really close to switching to Zerg. Mutalisks now hitting the fan. There's nothing really, apart from storms, for mana at home, but that's where was some really good storm there, injuring most of the Mutalisks. Mana storming his own High Templars. That's usually not really something that you want to do, but he's getting a lot of Phoenix. Even a lot of Mutalisks, not Phoenix. These are Mutas. Mutas. Phoenix. Mutas. Phoenix. Got it? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, but only one Phoenix here in production. Meantime, we're hitting the front too. There are a bunch of storms still left. And some good storms also hitting the Hydralisk army, but the Mutas are actually causing quite a little bit of confusion here. No more storms left, no more area effect, splash damage, god damn it. But these Archons, the Archons are saving the day, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe they do. There's a lot more Hydralisks coming in from Guru though. A lot more. 19. Interesting enough that these 19 Hydralisks that Guru just had in production are only 54 army supply. And Mana still has more army supply. Not necessarily more, but more army supply. A bit of a run by, but I think Guru's aware of it. Yep. What I love about Charge Lords, and that's probably just a Protoss thing, is obviously is the fact that on impact they do damage. And that's awesome. Because that makes them so useful. It just helps softening up everything. Or at least the front line. Big drop coming in here into that main base of mana. Okay guys, I think that's gonna be a long game here. Potentially. Okay, the War Prism is down. And that's a lot of Hydralisks. Ooh. 3 gateways are being unpowered. Twilight Council is being taken down as well. Storms coming in. So ultimately this is getting cleaned up. And it's actually, apart from the Twilight Council that have the blink, it's quite okay, but still there's an attack here at the front at that 4th base of mana coming into. Lots of Baneling running into Immortals for the most part. More Banelings, not more Storms, but only 4 oh no! Oh my god, 14 workers did go down, but I think Mana is pushing this back just barely again. Mothership is just about done too. Oh my. Losing 15 workers, that was definitely not what Mana wanted. He does have a quite decent bank, so it is okay for now. Holy mother. That was carnage right there. And another drop coming. Mana also doesn't have Blink. That Twilight Council did get cancelled. Gets a second overlord. That was really good here for mana, catching these two overlords. Full overlords. What the heck is this game? This is awesome. I really like the fact that Guru keeps the pressure up. I'm just not sure if he ultimately that he's not overextending a little bit, maybe. Okay, also Mana sees the switch of the army to the other side of his bases. He might just be losing that blink again. Or maybe not. Never mind. Oh, that's a lot of Zerglings. We also have a lot of Immortals here to deal with the Lurkers, but these Zerglings are absolutely going ham on that fourth base, or whichever number that was, third base, fourth base I think, and it's going down. Because Mana had to walk around all the way. Another big storm. I think there was no... There they are, the observers. Okay. I was about to say, I think there were no observers with this army, so Mana could not really see the lurkers. Which usually is really bad. If you're trying to fight against lurkers, you better want to see them. Okay, so that was 3 or 2 lurkers for free. Mana, a little bit of a zealot run by. I was about to say, Guru might get himself trapped here. He could still run away. Whoa, Guru coming in from all sides. Mothership still going strong though. Mana getting the base. Corruptus is here still. There's the mothership down. It does look like Mana is losing most of his army here. Guru lost a base for it, so I think it's still, nah, not really fine. Look at the armor supply. On the other side, Guru did build quite a few Corruptors. Does he have a Greater Spire? No, he does not, so he cannot make them into Brootlords. And Corruptors, once they dealt with flying units, not that they're useless, because they still... thank you for the follow, by the way. They can still deal... Oops, no. Wait a second. There you go. They can still deal with buildings, but they cannot deal with army anymore that's walking, so... That was actually quite a nice thing here from Mana to do, to force these Corruptors. With the mothership. Okay, so who followed? Bombastic TR. That's not awesome, that's Imba? What's Imba? What was awesome? What was I saying at that point? See, that's how bad of a caster I am. I don't even remember what that is referring to. There are also a lot of High Templars still with a lot of Storm. All depends on the engagement that Mana is taking here, but so far it looks like he's getting his Storms connecting, really. He just needs to not fight with the Lurkers. The Archons are absolutely wrecking the Corruptors. Cancel on the base. I think it's the 5th base or something. I don't do numbers on stream. Usually. Trying not to. Oh, these lurkers placed here. Pretty nice. And I might actually be cleaning up all of them. Good storms. On top of the corruptors too. The observers did all go down, and 20 more Azylis in production. And like one more or something storm here for mana left. At least for a little while. Okay, so there's one more observer. Mana has to be very careful with that one, needs to keep it in the back. This time Guru is taking a lot more care about his lurkers, and that's a cancel again here on the space. It's not really a way for Mana to keep that. Ooh! Some of the corruptors under fire here. Oh, Guru fighting in a choke. It's absolutely something that you make Protoss happy with. But look at the army supply. Mana has only half of the army of Guru. But he's doing so much with that army. He also has such a low worker count. I mean, ultimately, I think Guru is gonna overwhelm him. But there are so many immortals, and Guru keeps stubbornly building Azylis. Oh, losing the immortals. That was, I think, 2. Big storm on the banelings. Have they been doing anything else than fighting in this game? I don't think so. It feels like they have not been building up or anything. They've been always fighting the entire game. Zealot charge is imba, yep. Well, not for me, I'm Protoss. For everybody else, okay, I will agree. Well, kind of agree. Chargers are still not my favorite units in the game. That would be Colossus and Tempests. Stalkers trying to run by here, but Stalkers get absolutely ripped apart by lurkers, so Mana better be careful what he's doing with these Stalkers. Again, Guru coming in here from all sides this time. No more storms left, and it does look like Guru is only one game short from evening this out now. GG, well played. Absolutely well played. For sure. That was a crazy game. Holy cow. What a game! Am I the only one who thinks Vipers would be good here? Nope. I think Vipers would be good. Brutals would have been great as well, I think. Defense, yeah. Yeah. That defense was crazy. Honestly, that is why Mana is up there with his gameplay. He's making the most out of so little. Most other players would have crumbled to that pressure, to those attacks. That first attack for most players would have been game over already. So things like that absolutely blow my mind, really. Well, Vipers would have been good in the sense of Abducts and Blinding Cloud. There was a lot in Mana's army that would have been affected by a Blinding Cloud, for example. Like Stalkers, the Immortals. Okay. Let's go. Game number 6. They really want to make it really exciting here. Down the bottom right hand corner of Cyber Forest, in the red, it's Mana. And up at the top left hand corner, fighting like a beast. From being 3-0 down, bringing it 2 games back. Can he even this out? It's Guru. He's also so stubborn sometimes. He just keeps... He keeps running into storms, but keeps reinforcing Hydralisks, because Hydralisks are really good complements to these lurkers to deal with the Immortals. So... But I would have loved to see Broodlords, really. Because there was nothing really for Mana that could have dealt with Broodlords. Yes, he could have built a few Phoenix, but Phoenix take forever to take down Broodlords, and he didn't have a fleet beacon or something, so Tempests would have taken forever to even prepare. So Broodlords, I think, would have been a good choice. Oh, maybe not because of the storm. No, I stick to that. I think Broodlords would have been good. At least if you don't only have like 3 or 4 or something like that. Okay. Mana tries to finish Asterius. Take 3. Twilight Council. That Overlord is visible. Yeah, it absolutely is. Okay, Guru. With 3 bases. A standard here so far, Zergling speed. You don't see the game? Oh, sorry. There you go. Good thing I tapped out, guys. We're skipping all the introduction again now. And also nothing happened. You didn't miss anything. Only my weird introduction of the players. That's all. Yeah, I'm only on one screen, so if I want to see the chat, I have to tab out of the game. Okay, so again, Dark Templars for Mana, so we're gonna see Dark Templar Harassing into Archons. Very likely. Other than that, this looks pretty much like what we've seen before also. I literally had an entire series of ZVZ a while ago. Best of 5. Went down to the last match where both players did the exact same thing in all 5 games for the first 10 minutes. If you have that as a caster, You're just sitting there for 10 minutes. Okay, this is pretty much the same that we saw in the other 4 games already. You don't know what you're talking what you want to talk about. However, Dark Templars. Chipping away on that. The Spore Crawler not quite getting it. Oh, there's no lair this time for Guru. So no mobile detection. That's a lot of Zerglings. It's also a lot of queens. Okay, so Guru getting the probe that wanted to build a 3rd base. Lairs coming. These are a lot of queens for Guru. Guru's usually a player that likes to play with a lot of queens, because queens are the answer to a lot of things. Not to everything, because that's 42, but to a lot of things. So far this actually went quite nice for Mana just poking around. He sees a lot of queens also, so... we'll see. Let's see what Mana's doing. Immortals. No surprises here. And looks like he wants to push out. Right now this is just one immortal. There's another one, I think. Yep, there's another one coming in. He's gonna be so careful, because if he walks down the ramp, he's walking right into the sandwich. Like this. The force fields are really good. Keeping most of Guru's army far away from his heavy hitter units. And Guru cannot really see. Well, he's got the overseer here now, but before he could not really see up the ramp, so he could not do damage up the ramp. But well, this actually went quite nice here for Mana, of course. He is down on army supply, he's down on worker supply also. But Arkans, man, they are awesome. A little bit of a run by. Being prepared to that 3rd. As long as Guru basically stays on 3 bases only and doesn't sneakily expand somewhere, I think Mana should be fine. Potentially. A nice micro here, avoiding the corrosive vials, fighting on 2 fronts, which usually is not what you want to do. You can see that in the army supply. You don't really want to walk into a sandwich like that. Zealots are doing a lot here for Mana. I'm not sure if I like that position anymore that much. He's bringing in more immortals, okay. There's another immortal even coming along the way. Sentries. Oh, these are so many roaches now. Only one Ravager now, as far as I can tell. Let me zoom out so we can see the entire battlefield. Yeah, that's why it's got mirror matchup. Didn't get the spore, yeah. How is the spore doing, by the way? Halfway healed. I guess life as a spore is good as a spore crawler. A bit of a run by to keep busy, to keep Guru busy in the main base. Again, Guru trying to come in from two sides. But so far, Mana holding strong. Looks like Mana doesn't want to fight anymore. At least not for a little while. Until he finish it, Storm. Yeah, finish it. The kitty likes food, just like I do. Oh! Fighting in this little choke point here, that's the absolute worst that you can do. Oh my god. When I go across here through this choke point, I'm always so scared. I really don't want to do that. Storm's done. And Guru can expect really bad weather now, because there's a lot of High Templars. Still a metric ton of Immortals as well. But honestly, these Storms do keep Mana's back almost free from Guru's army. There's another 2 Storms, I believe, or 3 even. The 4th base does go down. Lurkerden is also not finished yet. Guru's army, both players' army actually, is crumbling. But Guru reinforcing in roaches. If you're up against the army full of Immortals, that's usually a bad thing. And if you're down an army supply against a Protoss, that's even worse. How many Immortals are? 10 Immortals. I think that's the most Immortals that we've seen today in a game ever. Whoa! Bunch of High Templars got hit by that corrosive bile, but there's still enough left to rain a lot of storms, and here is your champion. Mana takes the STK Season 4 Finals. What an awesome tournament this was. That was intense, holy cow. Interview translation. I wish I could. I wish I could, guys. I'm not. I have no idea about Polish. That was a great tournament, guys. That was awesome. I'm dead, but it was worth it. And thanks Kashim for letting me cast it. Thanks to NetWars for letting me cast it, I should say. Thanks to everybody who made this possible. I have no idea who actually was involved in this. NetWars, obviously, but who is behind NetWars? I think Zed and Kashim and some other people, but I do not know exactly who it is. Thanks for everybody who was watching with me. This was a long day for everybody. And I had a lot of fun with you guys here in the chat. And also, lots of follows. Thanks so much for all these followers. These were so many. I don't even know, like 10 or 15 or something like that. Even more maybe. And I will try. I cannot promise, but I will try to stream more often on this channel, because I'm actually having fun playing StarCraft 2, you know? Not just casting it, but I actually like playing StarCraft as well occasionally. But I just warn you guys, I'm a scrub. I suck at StarCraft 2, so I'm more like a derp. And that's what we're doing here on my channel. We're derping StarCraft 2. It's fun though. Sometimes most of the time Protoss, sometimes Zerg, occasionally random. And yeah, this was awesome. Thanks everybody for making this possible. And thanks everybody for letting me cast this. This was an awesome series. Awesome tournament. And like I said, I usually pick a series that I like the most throughout an event, be it online or offline, doesn't matter. But I think I stick to it, what I said before. Geralt versus Nurture, the first series, the very first series of today, has to be my favorite one. So, there is that. The greed, I think, is triggered automatically when you are in the channel. When you come into the channel the first time of a day, or leave the channel and come back, then the kitty says hello to you. Automatically, I don't think you can trigger it with an exclamation mark greed, I'm not sure, but I think... Oh yeah, beat it is something too. Like I said, I have no idea what I set the comments to. I could also expand it because I like my little kitty. Alright. And hi, Dicey. I'm waving at you, but you cannot see me. Okay, I'm just babbling now because my brain is done for today. Does it actually greet? Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Cool, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Well, yeah. I think I'm gonna go chill a little bit, wind down. Even though I'm absolutely... My brain is dead, like, tired. But my body is so hyped up, I'm so full of adrenaline that I'm probably just... I couldn't go to sleep even if I wanted to right now. So I'm just gonna chill a little bit, wind down. Thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully see you soon. Tomorrow, possibly on Sunday Heroes, if they fix the frickin' entering lobby bug. If they don't, there's not gonna be a tournament. But I'll be over on proxy_tempest from 6 PM CST if they fix that bug. If not, well, then I'll be back on Proxy Tempest on Monday, most likely. So see you guys. Thanks for watching.